Hey guys, 6.1 is the section that we're working on, so Chapter 6, Section 1, and we're working on the essential question today. How do I simplify a rational expression? So we're going to get into the basics today, and what I mean by that is we're getting into really basic problems, and we're going to build up from there. So we're simplifying rational expressions. Well, first off, rational has the word ratio in it, and to us, a ratio means a fraction. So we are talking about fractional problems. But not just normal fractions with numbers, we're talking algebraic fractions that have x's and y's and variables. So a rational expression is just a fraction with variables. So it's just kind of a fancy way of saying a fraction with variables. So we're going to try some problems where we're going to simplify those fractions today. And our first one, just to kind of build up here, is just going to be regular numbers. 3 over 3. What's 3 over 3 the same as? Well, 3 divided by 3 is 1, isn't it? What would 15 over 15 be? Yeah, 15 divided by 15 would be 1. What would 734 over 734 be? Yeah, it'd still be 1. All of these are 1. What about x over x then? Yeah, x over x would be 1. Well, why am I showing you this? Well, because we have a name for this. This is called the power of 1. Each and every one of these has a numerator and a denominator that are equal to each other, making 1. So all of these are what I would qualify as the power of 1. And the reason I'm showing you that is because the power of 1 helps us simplify. So we're going to try a simplified problem now where we're going to look for powers of 1. Here is our problem, 7x over 9x. Okay, I'm going to simplify this fraction. But really what it means is 7 times x and 9 times x. And what I see is if I split these apart, 7/9 times x over x, I see a power of 1. So let's get rid of the power of 1 and leave it as 7/9. So our solution, or our simplified answer, is 7/9. Now that's the same as 7x over 9x. They're equivalent, it's just we've simplified the fraction. Let's take a little brain break here for a moment. Have you ever watched this movie? Do you know what his name is? Pause the video and write down your guess. Do you have a guess? What's his name? Have you seen the movie? Hector. He's Hector. It's such a good movie, Coco. All right, back to what we're doing. Example 3. We're going to simplify 6y squared over 8y. So to simplify it, think of it like this. Y squared means y times y. And if I wanted to really get it down, really break it down, 6 is actually 2 times 3, and 8 is actually 2 times 4. I see some powers of 1. I see the 2's and I see the y's. Now these 1's are kind of big and hard to read, so instead of using those, I'm going to draw a line. The 2's and the 1's match up. They can go. But look what's left. You still have a 3 on top and a y, and you still have a 4 on bottom. So our answer is on top 3y and on bottom a 4. That's our simplified solution, 3y over 4, and that's mathematically equal to 6y squared over 8y. We just got rid of the power of 1. All right, your turn. You're going to try. Go ahead and simplify this problem by finding the power of 1. Hit the pause button on your device and see if you can do it. All right, you ready to check your answer? So I'm going to break this problem into 4 is 2 times 2 and a. And 5 is 5. You can't really break it up, but a to the third power is a times a times a. There's 3 of them. So for power of 1's, I can get rid of the a's, but the 2 times 2, even though it was a really good idea, doesn't actually match up with anything. So I'm going to turn it back into a 4, and I'm going to keep on bottom a 5a squared because there's a times a. That's our simplified answer, 4 over 5a squared. How'd you do? Do you get the same thing as me? Any mistakes made? You should learn from those. All right, example 4. Now let's simplify something a little bit bigger. 3x squared y over 5x to the third power y squared. Now we're just going to break this down into all of its little parts. So like the x squared is going to be x times x, or the x to the third power will be x times x times x. So I'm going to break all of that out. 3's on top, x times y. On bottom we got 5x times x times x, and then y squared would be y times y. Now power of 1's, I see some matching power of 1's. I see a bunch. I see x's, I see a set of y's. We're going to get rid of all the power of 1's, and we're left with just a 3 on top. What's left on the bottom? Well, there's still a 5, there's still an x, and there's still a y. So there's 5xy. That's our simplified solution, 3 over 5xy. All right, again, I want you to try. Here's your problem. 3ab squared over 9a squared b squared. Go ahead and hit the pause button again on your device and see if you can simplify this all the way. Okay, you ready to check your answer? Well, we're going to break it down. 3ab times b over 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times 3, a times a, b times b. Look at how this breaks out. Look at all the power of 1s. We're going to get rid of the 3's, the a b, and another b. So a lot of power of 1s are going to be gone. What's left? Well, on bottom I see a 3 and an a, but what's left on top? There's nothing left on top. Well, a lot of people want to say the answer is 0 then if there's nothing on top, but that's not true. If there's nothing on top, remember they were all power of 1s, so what's left on top is a 1. 1 over 3a. That's our simplified solution. All right, so to kind of wrap this up, just the problems we're doing in this video, I call them basic problems. You're going to notice there was no addition or subtraction involved in any of the problems, and we never talked about adding or subtracting anything. And that's because adding and subtracting make fractions, simplifying these messy fractions way more complicated. So we'll get to that in further videos, but remember the power of 1, look for the power of 1 and take it out of the problem. Thanks guys, have a good day.